Capricorn, song that's playing for you is Pull the Trigger. You might be dealing with a Libra or a Taurus, because I feel like one of them had that too. The same song. If not, it's a Pisces or a Sagittarius. So you could be doing so. It's like you taking an action. You might be tired of feeling tired, or you tired of feeling weak in a space because of something you expressed and or invested in that didn't yield you the result you thought it would yield you. You may have thought if you expressed yourself to your partner, or if you expressed yourself in a certain environment towards a certain community, a group of people, or just communicated a certain type of energy to your world, it would yield you some sort of result. And that shit might have only ended up just putting you further in a sense of confusion when it came to how you feel about that. So it's like you might have thought you might have did something that you thought would bring you emotional clarity, but it didn't bring you emotional clarity. It might have ended a situation in your life regarding you carrying a certain energy, or you doing a certain type of task, or expressing a certain type of expression, but the ending to that what came after that was confusion. If it's that type of situation, or somebody don't know what to do or how to express themselves emotionally towards you because of what they did in your space or to you or in your face. You feel me? Someone someone might have brought you some sort of emotion. They wanted you to buy something from them, whether that was a feeling they had, an idea, or they just wanted you to invest or pay attention to what they was focused on, pay attention to what they were paying attention to, or you wanted someone to do that to you, and you only manifested that whole friendship falling apart. Y'all may still be cool in the sense where y'all still link up, but the energy ain't the same compared to when y'all used to link up. And that's because somebody walked emotionally, they out the door. Look, you ain't in a cold spot no more. You made a decision to what? Pull the trigger and go for what you know is true. Now you got a whole lot of passion you chasing, or you following, or you just walking on the path. You walking on your yellow brick road, so to speak. Yeah, the first card to show his face is death. Some shit done ended for you. But it's like it ended for your benefit. You had to stop doing that. You might not see the reason now, but if you choose to get up, you can get up. But you at the same coin, if you choose to lay there, look, if you choose to lay there, you can lay there too. You got to take your pick though. Unbothered. See, you could be in a situation where it's like you're not gonna if you in a relationship and you was dealing with your partner and something they expressed to you once upon a time when they used to express themselves to you like this, it might have used to fuck with you in a sense where it might have threw you off your game at some points in your life, or it might have threw you off when it came to you doing something, or you going after your passion, or you chasing your dreams, or whatever it is. But now it's like, now that part of you is dead in the relationship, so to speak. Wait, what? Now that part of you is dead in the relationship, it's like they can't fuck with you when it comes to them expressing, giving a 2 cents, or giving an opinion, or dropping, you feel me, on whatever we talking about. Because it's like you in charge now. You took control. It's like you took control back because you realized there was no love in the space and or relationship you shared. And you only realized that because of the mind you were getting. It's like the thoughts you got anytime you shared a space with this person, they might have not been some good ideas. So y'all always got into some lower vibrational shit. Or you actually, it's like when you started thinking about building here, or the time you spent here, or you feel me, the more you reflected, the more you realized you ain't really had shit to talk about when it came to whatever we talking about. There was nothing tangible there. Everything was an illusion. Everything wasn't solid. Look, shit was just falling through your fingers whenever you invested in that home, whenever you associated yourself with that person, invested in that relationship, took your mind and your expressions down that path, whatever that path was. So it brought a death over time. Well, yeah, you ain't looking at some shit no more. Or if it's you versus someone outside of you ain't think about what they said before they did it. Or they ain't think about what they was bringing you before they brought it to you. They just brought it to you, thinking that you would marry this idea, thinking that you would invest in this plan, thinking that you would fall in love with whatever they was bringing you. The only thing that shit did was change the vision you see in this future. You might have saw a heaven when you thought about this. Now you see a hell when you think about this. And you only see a hell because of what somebody might have been doing or might have not have been doing. The way someone was not investing in the relationship. Pick It Up is the song that's playing for you. So now someone could be in a position where it's almost like they know they wasn't doing right, so now they're going to try to pick up the pace, maybe clean up real quick. Like when your parent tell you to put the meat in the sink before they get to the crib, you ain't do it. You hear them pull up in the driveway. Now you trying to defrost that shit real quick. It's like that type of vibe. Cause it's over for you already. You already done hit the finish line with this situation. Something's ran its course. Somebody a fucking goofy though. That's the word around town though. Shit, a rumor could have came back to you. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be though. Hey, that's somebody calling for you to be in this place about the space with them. Or if it's something changing you, because someone ain't paying you no mind. If it's that type of vibe, Capricorn. Someone isn't investing in you. And that might be because of some sort of energy you were carrying. The Magician in reverse. You might have been trying to manipulate some shit. Yeah, look, with the High Priest, the Hierophant in reverse, yeah, if it's you versus you, you might have been trying to manipulate some shit. And that only brought a death to that energy within you. You now, because you might have lost what it is you were trying to control. It's like you were playing with fire and got burned. And you ain't even get what you were trying to get out of that action. And that's your karma. If it ain't a situation where you no longer, it's like someone could have been thoughtless when they were expressing or investing themselves towards you, and that only manifested a change of dynamic between the time you get at that person. Now you ain't giving that person, look, as much of you as you used to. You still may be kicking it with these folk, but you ain't giving them your whole truth. Because you know there's no love for that where you at. You still standing your ground though emotionally if it ain't somebody outside of you who's holding back from you, and someone holding back from you is changing you in the sense where it's like it's causing you to reflect on what put you in the position to be held back from, because you Capricorn don't get held back from, and it's like you had a certain type of vision about this situation. You saw a certain type of happening when you thought about doing this or investing in this. So in that, it's like that kind of turned you on to do that, express yourself in that space. Now someone outside of you could be standing their ground towards you because they moved to a different space regarding how they express or invest in a situation with you. Now someone's not expressing their whole truth to you. You may be aware of that. And because you're aware of that, because you know someone is holding back from you, it's changing you. Immortal. Yeah, there you go. You really might be dealing with who had that? Libra or Taurus? I forgot which one had it. Or Pisces. Or Pisces. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's like something is making you stop. Whatever you stopping. Or it's almost like something you may feel like something is tempting you to do. Could also be like that. It's like the more someone rejects or stands their guard towards you emotionally, the more you're tempted to try to get past that, whatever that is. If that ain't someone how they feeling about you, because you holding back, because you no longer expressing yourself, you no longer paying no mind to a situation. You've been through a death. You only making someone want to test you. You feel me? It's like that type of vibe. If it ain't you who's wanting to test someone outside of you, who's blocking a certain type of energy that you want to give. You know what that means for you better than I know what that means for you. I was going to say Sagittarius, so you might be dealing with a Sag too, but Capricorn. So you either not doing something no more, and you ain't paying a certain energy no mind, whether that energy came from within you. Whenever you get thoughts like these, you just gonna acknowledge it, keep it pushing. You ain't gonna pick it up, look at it, dig deeper inside of that, spend more energy in that thought and start attracting that energy. You just gonna acknowledge it, file it to the side. Now, when you get a positive thought, okay, you're going to get lost in a positive thought now. And you're going to stand your ground emotionally. You're going to honor your reasons as to why you told yourself this is how you need to feel when it comes to this type of thought or this type of expression or this type of communication or you acting a certain way, you being in a certain place or you doing a certain do. You want to live forever when it comes to an energy you're in. You don't want this fire to die out. What you are burning for, that varies from Capricorn to Capricorn, but something's making you change and you don't want that, the passion or the drive you get from that. You want that to last forever, whatever that is. Shit, you might just want something that will last forever. You want something to stand the test of time. The energy you leave behind once you pass will still be here when it comes to that. So when people think about, oh, I remember when Capricorn, that energy comes up with you, whatever we're talking about. Whether that's energy is something you manifested in this world, you built a little business, your business passed, your business gonna be immortal. It's gonna last whenever, and people still gonna be shopping there when you pass. People still gonna be listening to this or expressing this type of energy that they got from you when you pass. You want something immortal. Whether that's a third dimensional item, a relationship, or an energy within you, a mindset you want to have that you know will. If you tell somebody this, you know, first off, that information for them is going to go a mile. Longer than a mile, honestly. And you know that because you've been expressing, whether you've been expressing a lie, you've been living a lie, or you've been living a lie, someone's been living a lie through you, and you were a part of their lie that you are no longer a part of. And I told you, you stand in your guard. If somebody ain't standing their guard towards your foolery, you stand in your guard to someone outside of you who's acting real goofy in your space. Shit, it might have been a couple folk then was acting real goofy. If you ain't the goofy who being held back from. So you know what side of the fence you fall on, whether someone holding back from you or you holding back from somebody and you going through your little butterfly phase. You feel me? It's the change of seasons for a reason.